Sikora.
And I'm Matt Kitchen. Social Truth is the internet television show for the popular website, socialtruth.com.
5 hits a week.
Oh, it's growing. We take a lot of news stories, we throw them online, we talk about them, comment about them, and we bring our favorites to you like this. We talk about how they relate to truth in our society. So sit back, relax for the next 15 minutes. We're changing things up a little bit, Andy. We're getting crazy here at Social Truth.
All things are becoming new.
All the best to bring you the best. So we got, basically we're doing now 1 episode a week for now. We're going to cut it down. We started out, if you recall, we were doing 30-something minute episodes,
that was
1 episode
miserable.
a week. A little bit too long.
A lot of people just died.
I understand. Yes, I so. So then we started doing it, cutting down. So 2 episodes, roughly 10 to 12 minutes a piece a week. That was a little, still a little too much.
Right.
So we're going to get 1 episode a week now.
1 a week.
Under 15 minutes. I think you really like it. And now you should see something we're going to call the magic bar down here.
Right.
This way. So you
Not over here.
So if you're listening to the audio, download the video because you're going to see some cool stuff pop up in the magic bar, help you go along with the story, so to speak. You like that? I'm going to write that down, magic bar. Got it.
Trademark.
So that's what we're doing now. And so visit us at socialtruth.com and really take part in this whole world taking over
Phenomenon.
Yes. The new freaking hotness.
It is. It is.
It is.
It's the topic.
All right. So we're going on the first story today. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. First story from Reuters.
Reuters, something like
I think
that.
I'll say Reuters.
All right.
Both of my stories are from Reuters.
Okay.
Okay, from Reuters. Soul singer Taylor Hicks wins American Idol. Gray-haired soul singer Taylor Hicks won the 2006 American Idol contest on Wednesday, capturing the hearts and votes of millions of viewers in the 5th edition of America's top-rated television show. I have to say this.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
March 14th, if you go to andrewsecor.com, little cross-promotional, March 14th, I predicted that Taylor Hicks would win. I even posted a picture of him on my blog.
We're so very impressed.
Yes.
That you predict the,
the
silver-haired wonder
he's
kid would win.
I will not stand for people calling him the Silver Fox, though.
The Silver Fox.
That's just
people
ridiculous.
call him the Silver Fox.
There's all these signs in his hometown for the Silver Fox. It's ridiculous.
Not a fan either. Question though, was he the best out of all of them?
I think that he was I think there was a tie for the best entertainers, the best American.
The tie was between
him and Chris Daughtry,
okay, I agree.
without a doubt.
Because I was going for Chris to win, and when Chris got out in the 4th round, though.
Yeah, he got hosed. This is the thing. You gotta vote, America. No, it's
I posted it on my blog. It's like I can't really blame myself because I didn't vote for this or the presidency.
Right,
so,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So.
However, there were 63 million votes in the American Idol contest.
Yeah.
Far more than any president.
I think that's skewed a little bit though, because you can vote twice, and I don't think they're counting unique phone numbers.
No, I don't think they are either.
So.
Nonetheless.
But what I think is really cool about this though is I don't know if you had a truth off the bat or not. What I think is really cool is that I think Taylor Hicks represents like an average American, and I think that's why people flock to him because he was just like this advocate. I mean, Catherine McPhee was really.
She's beautiful and she has a great voice and her hair's perfect.
When you think of American Idol, you think of more Catherine McPhee, not Taylor Hicks. And so I think it's really cool that America wanted to pipe up, wanted someone real and natural for that.
Season 2. You remember season 2?
I didn't watch season 2.
Huge Reuben versus that little person Clay.
That's true, but neither of them really. Yeah, but neither of them looked like American Idols.
No,
but that's all right. That's what's cool about the show, though. I guess.
I think so, and I think that really what's interesting is how many people have caught on to this, and like the first couple seasons, I think it was like kids, teenagers, me watching, and.
Did you watch from season 1?
I caught from like the last half of season on forward. And last year I was going to give up. I almost gave up in between Bo Bice and Carrie Underwood. I was like, who cares? You know? But Soul Patrol! I love it when he goes, woo!
Sorry. Please. All right. Next story. Lane Skilling's Day of Reckoning. This is from CNN.
Okay. Serious.
So Enron former chief executive Jeffrey Skilling and founder Kenneth Lay were both found guilty Thursday of conspiracy and fraud in the granddaddy of all corporate fraud cases.
Granddaddy.
On the 6th day of deliberations, a jury of 8 women and 4 men, interesting point, not really, convicted the former executives of misleading the public about the true financial health of Enron, whose collapse in late 2001, if you recall, symbolized the wave of corporate fraud that swept the United States early this decade, which is true.
Big time.
Big precursor. So, you know, this story has been going on forever, but finally it's at an end. We now have an end to
The madness.
The madness, yeah. These guys, everybody thought they were guilty, and there's not.
Sure.
I haven't even talked to a single person who's like, I think they'll get away with it. So it's cool that they got what they just deserves. Let's see. So it's a big deal because there's a lot. It shows that big businessmen have to be accountable to their stockholders and stuff like that. They can't get away with this, which is basically what Enron did. They threw a lot of crap together. Said screw you to the stockholders and tried to collect all the money themselves. So they're facing right now what seems to be like 20 to 30 years in prison a piece. So,
that's what the estimate that they'll probably get. But I heard on the radio that they could get up to like 180 years a piece.
It's a big deal. Corporate fraud is not taken lightly. So that's cool. So I don't know if you. I mean, it's an
interesting deal to think that so easily people can manipulate something, and if it hadn't come out, I mean, how long could they do this, or how many companies are doing things like this today that aren't being caught?
Right. Well, and I hope that this shows people that 20 to 30 years, I mean, even beyond that, prison sentence is a big deal, and that people really can take heart of that. And I'm sure they did make an example of this out of these lay and skilling. So. And the truth that I thought in this was just that there are a lot of things in life that I think can blind us, like a point of where you think you're invincible. You can go on that.
Especially with money.
Yeah, especially with money. And it's just really cool to see that if you do something wrong, even though you did have all that money and you had that invincible feeling, and you were at fault for something, you're going to be held responsible for it. And that's why certain parts in our government are put in place for that. And it worked. I think it worked out the proper way. It took forever to get there, but.
But justice is served.
Soul
Patrol.
Next story.
All right. Number 3 is from Reuters. I hate that.
I think we're going with Reuters. I think it's right. I think you're good.
Come on,
you're really intelligent.
Euros. You crazy Euros. How about just call it the news? Okay. Madonna crucifies herself in LA tour opener. Of course. Madonna launched her first world tour in 2 years on Sunday, delighting an enthusiastic Los Angeles crowd by hanging herself from a cross, insulting President George W. Bush, and dusting off some of her sexy moves that have sustained her career for more than 20 years. Okay, I just want to throw a couple things out there before we get to the heart of this.
Okay.
This woman is 47. She is 47.
Important to note.
I want to point out that my mom is 2 years older than Madonna. Okay, my mom. Now I just want to go back to this quote. And dusting off some of her sexy moves.
47, sexy moves.
She must have had a huge freaking duster. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's a good
Grandma's
joke.
breaking out her
I like it.
So the thing is, Madonna's always been about shock value. Always.
Yes.
She's always done crazy things to shock people. And it seemed like she kind of like tamed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But how do you...
Because she was trying to rely more on her quality of music.
Right.
Oops.
Joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Insert laugh track there. How do you, like, hanging yourself on a cross in front of people, like, it's got to be insulting to people because it spits in the face of religion.
Insults me.
It spits in the face of people's personal religion. And I wonder, and I said this on the website, what would have happened if she would have done something, obviously she's not going to do this, but she would have done something degrading to a Muslim thing or to some other, like, you know.
Yeah, well, it makes me think of, like, the newspaper that published the
cartoon.
The cartoon of Muhammad, and that, you know, raised huge things. So this is along the same lines. I mean, she's not a news reporter or anything, but still, it's a big deal. That was done in such a huge locale. I
think that tolerance is something that's all over the world, but I think that at times we become so tolerant, not we, but people become so tolerant that they will accept things that are unacceptable. I think that's my truth, is that the tolerance is only good up to a point where it accepts people for who they are as opposed to accepting things that are unacceptable.
And I think when people are doing something for shock value just to gain more, monetary gain or whatever kind of gain there is, I think that is just, it's ridiculous. And it's cheap. Yeah, exactly. And that was always my problem with Howard Stern. That's beside the point.
Ha! We got you, Howard.
Nailed.
Soul Patrol.
Next story. The fourth and final story is such a good story. I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. So this is through ESPN and a few other channels. Pat Robertson is the strongest man alive. This is straight from the Pat Robertson website. Did you know that Pat Robertson can leg press 2,000 pounds? How does he do it? Where does Pat find the time and energy to host a daily national TV show, head a worldwide ministry, develop visionary scholars, while traveling the globe as a statesman? He's still considered a statesman.
Where does he find the time to do it?
One of Pat's secrets to keeping his energy high and his vitality soaring
Juicing.
is his age-defined protein shake.
Oh, that's right.
Pat developed a delicious, refreshing shake filled with energy-producing nutrients. So this is a blurb on his website where he's selling these energy shakes and stuff like that. And one of the boasts is that he can leg press 2,000 pounds. So
You might not believe it, but I've seen video of the man.
we'll get to that. This has been posted on his website. We're gonna link to that. You have to go see this video.
See this video.
Pat Robertson leg pressing 1,000 pounds, half of the weight, but still, it's and he pushes so hard.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Okay, so 2,000 pounds is the weight of a small sedan or coupe car.
Okay.
That's important to know.
Actually, 2,000 pounds is actually 1 ton.
1 ton.
So
that's true.
He could leg press a ton of weight.
Leg press a ton of weight. That's what I said. Pat Robertson is also 76 years old.
Yes.
Okay, that's another thing. Nope.
Madonna's almost as old as.
Right. I also have that those two factors equal the fact that that's one heck of a protein shake.
That is.
Okay.
That is.
And then
The cream and the clear.
Yeah, and then I was thinking maybe it could be a typo, but a typo for 2,000 would make it 200 pounds, and that's
Not that impressive.
Yeah, it's not impressive.
No.
So definitely
Matt
was meant.
could do 200.
Yeah, and the site was updated after I saw it, and they didn't erase the 2,000 pounds. So they're still holding firm on this. So here's the thing. This is straight from one of the articles. He's talking about how the guy was talking about how if he could do this, that would mean that a 76-year-old man broke the old-time Florida State University leg press record by 665 pounds over Dan Kendra. Further, when he set the record, Dan Kendra set the record. He had a modified leg press machine to fit 1,335 pounds of weight. Plus, Kendra's capillaries in his eyes burst. Burst.
Wait a second.
Where in the world did Robertson even find a machine that could hold 2,000 pounds at one time, and how does he still have vision? All right.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
And so I think it gets ready. So the guy who wrote this blog on ESPN sent a letter into Pat Robertson's PR rep.
And Pat Robertson said, "Excuse me, ESPN, but with God, all things are possible." Soul Patrol.
I don't want to mock that though. I would like to interview. This is what he said to Pat Robertson. I would like to interview Pat Robertson about his leg press workout and protein shake. If possible, I would like to accompany Pat on his workout, where I could help him stack on the 44 different 45-pound plates he would need to attach to the leg press. All 2,000 pounds of it. So per side, there has to be 22 45-pound weights. That's a lot of weight.
Of weight.
Yeah.
Maybe you said the typo for 2,000 pounds could have been 200.
It could have been.
Maybe the typo for 2,000 pounds could have been
3 zeros.
barely 1,000.
Barely 1,000.
That's maybe what they're trying to say.
That's a big accidental typo.
Sometimes when people say 2,000, they mean barely
Yeah.
1,000.
So that's the funniest story I've read in a while. So the truth, false claims still a protein shake or trying to inflate that. It's kind of going against a lot of stuff Pat believes in.
And if you watch that video, he is trying to turn himself into like Chuck Norris or something.
Right.
Like, he wants everybody to buy his stuff and think of him as an exercise guru.
Yeah, it's funny. So I mean, I keep trying not to be so hard on the guy, and I want to like him. And he's still a God lover and stuff like that.
And he's part of the Soul Patrol.
Right, but stuff like this makes it hard.
It does.
Makes it real hard, Pat.
You better be careful though, because that dude could do some major butt kicking with those legs.
It's true. It's true.
76 years old, doesn't matter.
Pat, I'd like to see you do it too.
I'd like to see you and Matt in a cage.
All right, that's the end of that story. So, come check us out on socialtruth.com. You can leave us comments there, post on the news stories, post your own news stories. A lot of good stuff going on there. You can email us comments to this show and stuff going on, socialtruth@gmail.com. And you can also give us a call at 773-598-8783. That's 773-598. True. Yeah.
You could be the first person to actually leave us a doggone message.
People have left us messages, but they haven't been regarding social truth.
Yeah.
Actually, you left a message.
I did. Yeah.
Well, that's how cool we are. So definitely do that. And we're going to be back next Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to do this production now. But so come check us out then. By the way, I did get married. That's why we were gone for 2 weeks. Sorry about that. But
it was a wonderful
There
event.
we go. That's my ring. So it was good. Andy was there. Good times. And maybe I'll throw a picture on that or something like that.
Maybe so.
Guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Soul Patrol.
I'm starting.